Samantha Fox-Olson here, and today I'm going to start to bring in the lower body. So we've been talking about foundation, setting an optimal foundation in the hands so that we can cultivate a badass handstand one day. We've talked about the importance of stabilizing the shoulders, so that was in the previous videos. Now I'm going to talk about, we're going to start working the transition now into the kick, but we're not leaving the floor yet. What we're going to talk about is the legs hugging into the midline, just as we lift one leg at a time in down dog. So let me show you what it looks like. So creases of the wrists straight ahead, inseams of the hands grounded, keeping that, lift the hips, come on back. You can just watch on this version actually. The undersides of my arms are lifted. Base of the heart releases down or presses down. So here we're going to bring the feet together, bending the supporting leg, lift the top leg up, and swap sides. Notice how my leg stays snuggled into the midline. So it's not out here, and it's not lifted this way. So what I want you to practice is as the foot comes off the floor, keep your knee and toes pointing down. You even are going to lift the inseam, the inner leg, a little bit more than you would the outer leg. Because the tendency here is just for the outer seam of the leg to lift, first and fastest, creating a big turnout in the hips. And so let me show you where I'm going with this. If you're cultivating that turnout, then you're gonna carry that with you as you kick up to a handstand, which is eventually then gonna look like this. Okay, as opposed to that. So we're just taking the steps to get there. Okay, so let's do this together. Come to all fours. Place the creases of the wrists straight ahead. Ground down through the inseams of your hands. Keeping that, lift the knees, extend back, downward facing dog. And then pressing down through all 10 finger pads, lift up from the underside of your wrist, all the way up and into your armpits. Keep the tone there. And then from the bottom tips of your shoulder blades, begin to press down towards the floor, but without losing the lift in the underside of the arms. Okay, with your feet together, inhale, lift the left leg up, bend the right knee. As the left leg lifts, the toes point down, point the kneecap down, and hug the leg into the midline. Try the other side. Inner thigh leading the way. And come on down. Awesome. So play with that and begin to build your strength here as well by staying inverted in down dog for a minute or more. You play with that. I have had some questions about the wrist in downward facing dog, so let me address that right now as well. If you are very top heavy in the down dog, you're going to take a lot of unnecessary weight into the joint of the wrist, and that's what this would look like. Notice how energetically I'm forward. And so as you see here, I'm not really in my legs in down dog. So bend the knees and really extend the hips back. And get into your legs. The more you can get into your legs, the less weight bearing it's going to be on the wrist. Okay, so that's one tip for you with that. Have fun playing with this. And come on back tomorrow. We'll continue to build. Leave me a comment. Leave me a question if you have one. I'd love to hear if these videos are helpful for you. So if you're utilizing, click the like button and have a phenomenal day. Namaste.